Fierce terror has been let loose across Nigeria owing to some carnage, but some have been avoided. In Sokoto State, bandits intercepted a bus full of travelers from Sabon Benin local government area of Sokoto State and set it on fire, burning scores of passengers on board to death. The number of those burnt in the bus is still a subject of debate, but could be around 30 to 40 people. This is where we have found ourselves. These guys are animals in human skin. Because I wonder why, okay, you want to kidnap, you want to collect ransom. Which one is burning a bus and with human being?
No, they are not. They are doing it to show their anger about the bombing of their people by the Nigerian Air Force. This thing has been blamed on Turji. Turji is a bandit who is still under 30 years of age, but he is in control of that area, and some of his people were killed when the Air Force launched an attack on that area. His relations, even his brother's wife and all that. So they've been very angry. Now they launch attack on that road, Kauranamonda Shinkafi Road.
Okay.
They launch attacks sometimes 3 times a day. They are making life unbearable for our people, simply killing our people in anger about that air raid. You know, because the air raid took the lives of some of their relatives. So they just felt, okay, you killed us, now we will be killing people on the highway, because it wasn't the first time that they will attack that highway and just kill people. But this one, in broad daylight, to set bus passengers ablaze, there's no better way, no better word that one can use to describe these people than just calling them beasts, animals.
The level of cruelty.
Even animals have some level of decency and care. And animals, you see, some animals will show extreme loyalty. I saw a video where a woman pretended like he had died. Come and see his pets, including even a donkey, you know, showing concern. So some animals will even behave better than these people.
Human beings.
These beasts. How do you set bus passengers ablaze? It's not like you kill them, you set them ablaze while alive.
That's a very gruesome way.
Gruesome, what is their crime? What is their crime? Just people trying to move from Zamfara to Sokoto State. Sabon Benin is in Sokoto State. Yeah. They are moving. That Kauranamonda Shinkafi Road, then Gusau, Sabon Benin Road. They stayed there just killing our people. And I hear now that they are even making efforts to beg Turji and his people. They've sent emissary to him so that
to beg the terrorists.
Yes. So that the attacks can stop. Because our people have waited and waited for government to be able to protect them in these situations, and once they cannot guarantee that, they will have to reach out to
get protection
to these terrorists,
so that to assuage him, if it's to pay them money, if to pay what do you call it,
ransom or whatever.
The revenue thing they used to collect from them. Because I was told that to harvest now, you have to pay bandits.
You have to pay. You know,
to go to your farm, you pay bandits.
Very sad and unfortunate thing. And
you said the Air Force killed his aunt and her husband and several other foot soldiers.
So
that's Tuji's aunt and the husband.
It is
striking back, and we can profile this Tuji and go after him.
Now I'm saying that the so-called leaders were unable to kill the leaders. Well, we killed the small fries, but the leaders, we've not been
And
able to
that
kill
is
them.
always the case. You know, it's very unfortunate that it is tragedy that we are talking about. And I believe that the government has allowed this thing to fester for too long. And that is why it is happening this way. I mean, why should people move from, you cannot move from one part of the country to another again, set people ablaze, and this is in the daylight, not even in the night. I mean, so what exactly are we saying? What is the impression that we are giving the world? That, I mean, when we say the country is at war, there's nothing worse than this that you can say. The country is at war, and everyone is sitting pretty there, thinking, no, it's just some bandits here and there doing that. No, something grave, something drastic has to be done. We cannot continue this way. Why is it that government cannot come down harshly on these people? So, because they kill some of their own people now, they will now continue to kill innocent people? No, this should not be allowed.
And this
to continue.
incident happened around 9 a.m. 9
in-
a.m.
in broad daylight.
So those trying to escape, they fired at them. The height of
I'm short of
wickedness.
words.
Those who are trying to escape from the
There's
scene,
nobody to
They
come
fired
to
at
their
them.
rescue.
you know,
That's the unfortunate
they said they
thing.
first fired at the tire of the vehicle. Sometimes these guys could be on the road operating for hours.
And nobody, no security agent will come to intercept.
It's terrible, and it's still the same 2G boy. I've talked about 2G a number of times, and I've said
Over
that
30 years.
we've not killed their leaders. If you hear that a bandit leader died, he must have died in the hands of a fellow bandit leader.
A rival.
Even
leader.
Buhari Ndaji, that was how he died.
Yes.
It was Dogo Gide that went to kill him because he stole cattle belonging to Dogo Gide's in-laws. So he was angry. He said he should return. He said, no, I've sold it. So he brought his people to waste him. We
You know-
need to kill their leaders.
You know, there's a story written by an American journalist who went to Zamfara and to visit some bandits. You know what the bandit leader, Alhaji Auta, that's what he calls him, although he said some of the names have been changed to... What the man told this journalist was that they know where they are, but when they come, they don't bomb their camp. They bomb the periphery. So most of their people don't get hit.
That's
And this guy, they met him in Zamfara and drove with him in SUV to a particular point. From that particular point, they rode on motorcycle to get to the leader of the... And the guy was telling them confidently that these people know where we are. And that when they want to bomb, they know where they bomb. And that they know when they are going to bomb them. So
What's the essence of the campaign?
that means
When
there is
campaign is
It's not
something
achieving
going on.
enough this thing.
There's something going on. I mean,
We are not getting the kind
At
of
all.
results that we should get. If the military campaign had been very effective, they won't be able to do some of the nonsense.
Yes.
They are still picking up people, up to 60 people at once you kidnap in Kaduna.
how can... See, that's a whole lot of people. How do
Okay,
you-
I have Abimbola from Ikorodu, Lagos State.
Hello?
Thank you for joining us, Bimbo.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Abimbola.
Please, we are tired of all this what is going on in our country. Please, we are begging all the people that is in the authority to stop this thing of our children. It's getting too much. It was one boy, getting them was another excuse. We are tired of them using our children's blood. This is the year is coming to our head. Hearing our children dying for no just cause. Please, we are begging. I'm a mother, and I feel that no parents stay.
Thank you, Abimbola. Yes, Abimbola is just
some of the victims of this attack, bandits were infants.
Yes.
He said there were infants
Very
among the dead.
unfortunate.
So people have lost their humanity completely. They won't even say this is a little kid. They will just waste everybody. You know?
the cost of life in Nigeria.
No, life is so cheap and brutish
cheap.
in our country. There is nowhere in the world, and I've challenged people on this program to tell me anywhere in the world where it is so cheap to die as it is
Not
in
even in
Nigeria.
Afghanistan.
Not in Afghanistan.
Somalia.
No,
not in
no, no,
Somaliland.
no. People are not dying in Afghanistan the way we are dying here. People are not dying in Syria the way we are dying in Nigeria. I mean, how come death has become so cheap here? How can you burn bus passengers to send them a place in broad daylight
and nothing happened?
9 a.m.
And if you take an inventory that same day, several other things would have happened.
Of course.
I said they launch attacks sometimes 3 times on the same highway. 3 times in a day. You know? So whatever it is, we have to double up our efforts because our efforts are not yielding enough dividends. The military campaign is not yielding enough dividends. If it was yielding enough dividends, they won't be able to do some of the things that they
Then it should have stemmed. It would have
are still operating everywhere. Operating in Kaduna, operating in Birnin-Gwari. They are still operating everywhere. And they say Sokoto East now, the senatorial zone. 2G has literally occupied Sokoto East. He is even appointing leaders for villages and all that. They now have village heads. Yes.
Under 30 guy.
Yes, he's appointing them. You must pay levy to those people. Otherwise, you die.
Sometimes, Yinka, thank you for coming. Sometimes it's very, very discouraging when you hear things like this.
Honestly,
and for us that will come here, sometimes
no, it's painful. People don't get
absorb
it.
the information like you are absorbing it at home. There is just very, very.
It's painful. They think some people think we are happy to talk about these things. It's just like when I talk about the war, Boko Haram war. I've lost friends among the soldiers. So it's not something that makes me happy talking about it. If we want improvement and we're asking for improvement, it's because we know that it will benefit us too. You know, we have friends in Sokoto, we have friends in Katsina.
Everywhere. All right.
I mean, you can't even travel there now.
You can't travel.
Dr.
You can't see your friends.
You.